Dear future Enoch, so last week I was playing spike ball with some friends and there were three of us, and with spike ball, it's four to tango. We needed one more person and all of my other friends weren't available, but I did know one person who was available that day, so I invited him over. My other two friends hadn't met that guy previously, and a couple minutes into our introduction, one of them messaged me saying that they found the other guy kind of annoying. It's easy to dismiss it as bad chemistry, but there was actually a specific reason why I invited that guy to play with us. So the guy I invited has a couple learning disabilities, and one of the things that he struggles with is being able to make friends. Some might call him the socially awkward type, but he's not exactly socially awkward, he's just really shy and finds it difficult to click with people. Like, most people would probably describe him as being unusual, annoying, weird. So it's been hard for him to make friends. One of the things he has a tendency of doing is that he usually repeats what he says to other people to himself. Like, for example, "Hi, my name is Enoch." "Hi, my name is Enoch." Or, "I had a great day today." "I had a great day today. I had a great day today." His second tendency is to comment on everything as if he were a TV show game host. So he often comes across as chatty, even though he's relatively shy and withdrawn. Now, I want to be clear that I understand why some people would find that annoying. I mean, if you're trying to teach someone how to play a game like spike ball, you'd probably want them to listen and talk a little less. But whenever I hear people using the words annoying and unusual and the most loaded of all, weird, it reminds me of myself because as a child, I was often described as being weird. I mean, I am kind of weird, like I'm recording this crappy vlog in this weird, isolated room at my workplace. But growing up, my classmates would often use the word weird to describe me in a relatively derogatory manner. Because as a child, I was relatively chatty despite being shy and withdrawn. I would frequently comment on everything, and I would often talk to myself out loud. In fact, I still talk to myself all the time. I didn't have very many friends, I was diagnosed with a learning disability, I had to see all these counselors. I was deliberately excluded from a lot of social events, I generally wasn't very well liked. I found it hard to connect with other people. In the context of academic schooling, I was told that I needed these accommodations, that I needed to see these counselors, and I had these disabilities, and here were all the papers describing who I was. Or did they? Because in spite of all the support that I got from my teachers and my counselors and the weird people who were doing tests on me, tests like the, "Oh, you're a visual learner, or a kinesthetic learner, or an auditory learner," nobody ever bothered to ask me what I really wanted. All people were doing were either putting me down or rejecting me or excluding me or telling me that I needed this because the scientific papers say that you are X and Y and Z and therefore you need A and B and C. Nobody really bothered to listen to me and no one really cared to just include me in something. I never felt included, I never felt liked, I never felt welcome, I never felt loved. There was one thing that I genuinely wanted, and that was to just be included, to not be treated differently just because I was different, because I didn't want to be different from my classmates. I wanted to be with my classmates. So the reason why I asked him out and invited him to play spike ball with us is because I kind of see myself in him, because I know what it's like to have a learning disability and to be treated differently and to be judged by your peers. I've known the guy for a couple of years now, and as weird and quirky and strange and unusual and annoying as he is, I make a conscious effort to put my judgmental self away and to bring out my compassionate self. No bureaucracy, no tests, no scientific assessments, just me including him in a game of spike ball to give him the opportunity to meet new people, make new friends, have fun, or at the very least, to know that there was at least one person who wasn't going to judge him, who was going to treat him like a peer. Future Enoch, I'll see you next week.